I got out of IT because of racism. Like, literally, because of a black man can't possibly work remote and support the executive staff. Why can't I? I can show you how to open a MacBook out of the box and get it ready and do your job. I can do that remotely. I can do an iPhone like that, an iPad like that. I can ship all of that stuff out and not be in the office. But they didn't want that because I can't see you. I'm not in control.
Wow.
So like they let me go. Not because I'm not getting the job done, but like you can get the job done too well from your way. Like it's a remote position though, right? Yeah.
And that's why I think one of the ways to combat and confront white supremacy as a black person in the United States is owning your own business, man.
Amen.
Because the data's out there, the facts out there, but the microaggressions, the covert, overt racism, all that is
it's
like
crazy.
you're gonna have to deal with it, and you'll have to either conform, be lesser than yourself,
yeah,
and or you have to, you know what I'm saying, not do that and end up either getting fired, you have to resign, quit, and just do your own thing.
I had a guy text me today because I own a trucking company and all these things, and he's a truck driving instructor at a prominent school. $4,000 a month, easy. I know this guy makes. He like, I'm quitting my job. He texted me this today, Ron. I'm like, wow, I funnel my drive. You funnel drivers to me, and I send people who want to get their CDLs to him. He said, man, it's a guy here, he racist, and I just can't take it. $4,000 a month, $5,000, it ain't enough to take care of. You know what I'm saying? To deal with that every day.
And what's crazy, a lot of us, many of us, have that ultimatum or come across that ultimatum because many of us don't come from affluent families or generational wealth or any kind of
we need that job.
Background. We need that job. So we have to. So we all have a choice. But when you compound that with, I gotta eat that. I gotta feed my kids.
Yeah, I gotta eat that every day.
I gotta take care of my gal as a man, or or whatever it may be. It's like, man, I gotta.
And that's why women
especially if you don't have the support to be able to come home and vent that, and maybe your woman or maybe your family's like, you right, but. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're supposed to just take that.
Right. We can't. You right, but what you gonna do?
Right.
Because I can't. I'm not gonna be able. I got my own situation.
Right.
And so you really gotta just take it, which is unfortunate, but and it is what it is.
That's what I tell people: start your own business. The Thompson Family Catering started as another name. It was because while I was working at IT, my cousin was a chef in Franklin at the Hearth, and he going out there, we carpooling, because we live in Nashville, we driving all the way to Franklin, so it ain't like, let's carpool, save money. And I remember him dropping me off, and then he go to work. And when he came back and picked me up that day, I'm talking about a strong black man at period. Bro, he was countenance was off. And I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? That day, while serving lunch, 2 white ladies came down the line, and they looked at each other and said, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a nigga by the toe, and if he holler, don't let him go. Hang that nigga." He had to still serve them people. He looked like that because in his mind, they did not deserve to eat the food that he had spent hours preparing, and they didn't. Them people should have had to eat something else.
Wow.
I ain't saying they should have ate shit, but they should have ate something. They shouldn't have been able to allow to eat that chef's food,
right, and
disrespect him like that. But because he was employed there, he needed that check to take care of his son. He had to eat that, but it messed him up.
Yeah,
and it messed me up.
It's messing me up. It's messing me up just listening to that.
So I said, "Hey, no." I said, so. You in a job where you make the what we make is way different, right? I'm college educated. He's a laborer. I said, no, I got money. Let's start a business. Cause you can't keep doing. I know you can't quit tomorrow, but we gotta start something. And out of that, M&T's Catering was birthed.
Exit strategy.
I need one too, cause I'm at the office with the white folks,
Right.
and I'm going through the same thing.
Right.
Only difference was, ain't no difference. To be honest, it's
Right.
just I'm in a suit.
Yeah.
You in an apron.
And I hope the non-people of color who
Yeah.
are watching and listening to this, like reflect on this one. You at work, why you looking at your black colleagues? Just try to notice some of the stuff that is happening that you probably never noticed before because you never thought to notice it. But just reflect on it and do that for a month and see what you come out with.
Man, I'm trying to get the Nashville comedians, the white Nashville comedians, to do that. Cause it's so hard, man. Being a black comedian in Nashville, where it's dominated by whites, man, dog, it's trash. It's trash, bro. That's why I started hosting shows in my first year of doing comedy, because I got tired of that. Like, I'm not that guy. You're
Right.
not choking me out.
Right.
I'm not. So I put my money up rather than go and do something and then you charging people to get in here, and you shouldn't even get to hear my jokes.
Right. Right.
I don't care how good or not good they are.
Right.
So I just go rent a venue out and tell the black guy, hey, I invite everybody.
Right.
But we know they not gonna come.
Right.
They come like some, but what happens is they can't control the energy. When we own something, we control the energy. At that point, then if somebody come with the bad, you have the right to refuse service.
Right.
That's the beautiful thing I love about my business. I had a lady come in my first year. We were selling hot dogs. She talked so crazy to me, only buying 2 hot dogs. Guess what I told her? How you doing? We're going to serve you. Here go you 2 hot dogs. The next time you come, if you ever disrespect me like this, you will not eat 2 hot dogs. You won't eat anything that I'm selling. I'm not going to serve you. Because for $4, you is not about to cuss me out and call me everything but a child of God.
Right.
Just like that's just how that's just how she talks.
Right.
Like, nah. So that's why I tell people, you want power, but with power comes great responsibility.
Right.
So you're going to have to make sure you're doing taxes. You're going to have to make sure you got a business license. You're going to have to make sure that all these things that having a business entails, you do.
I got one more question for you, but just before I ask this question, you coming back, and I want to hear more about the community of comedy and that whole melting pot of just like being like integrated in white supremacy and racism itself. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not in it like me. I'm not in. I just see it. I'm thinking everybody, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. But I want to bring you back to talk about that.
I got you. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I want to bring you. Yeah, I want to bring you back because we need to talk about it, but also not talk about it to bash anybody per se, but talk about it to learn and grow to see how we can improve.
Yes.